Hi, my name's Andrew. Thank you for visiting my YouTube channel. And this video is a focus on Middle East seed capital investors, and it is part of a series of investor profiles for my Middle East database, which is going to be available in 2024. Just a bit of information about myself. I'm a fundraising strategist with 15 years of experience in high-end real estate sales and marketing, spanning Canada, Dubai, and the Caribbean. And over the past 2 years on Fiverr, I've assisted over 200 clients with startup fundraising, pitch deck refinement, investor outreach strategies, and custom investor databases. In addition, I'm an advisor to a New York-based investment company affiliated with a $60 billion fund. The fund focuses on various sectors, particularly income-producing real estate, with capital requirements for projects typically ranging from $10 to $20 million. These projects are selected based on their cash flow and growth potential. If you want more information on my services, you can just click my Fiverr link below. So this guide to Middle East capital includes the following, and it is a unique database I've been working on for quite a while. There's over 150 hours devoted specifically for this database, and this video series is going to not only include the basics of the database, but it's also going to include company profiles in each one. But to start off with, it has 325 companies, it has key contacts, the type of business, the sectors of potential investment interests that they have, it has their websites, the company emails at 274, and key contact emails over 470. And it also is unique because it has key outreach strategy points, and that's what makes this database very, very unique, and you're going to see more of it in Excel spreadsheet format a little bit later on in the video, and the database, of course, will be delivered in Excel spreadsheet format. Starting off, some key database statistics. There's 185 companies that are based in UAE, so just a little more than half of them are UAE-based. 60 companies are based in Saudi Arabia, so about 18%. And 125 companies are either venture capital, private equity, or angel investor groups. So that makes up about 40% of it. It's the best database for first-time fundraising in the Middle East. This video highlights Venture Souq in the UAE, and they are one of 325 venture capital, private equity, angel groups, and investment companies in my exclusive Middle East fundraising database. Company snapshot. They're based in the United Arab Emirates. They're an investment company and venture capital firm, and their focus is on technology, fintech, and climate tech. Company description. Venture Souq is a MENA-based venture capital fund manager with a global portfolio. They manage thematic funds with a current focus on fintech and climate tech. Company focus, investor approach and strategy. Venture Souq, a dynamic UAE-based venture capital fund manager, distinguishes itself through a strategic and diversified investment approach. The firm, with a global portfolio, stands as a dedicated partner to outstanding entrepreneurs striving for long-term impact, emphasizing innovation and adaptability. Venture Souq manages thematic funds and actively engages in education, content creation, and programming initiatives to fortify MENA's entrepreneurial ecosystem. Investment focus. Venture Souq's investment strategy is characterized by a thematic and purpose-driven focus, demonstrating a commitment to impactful and sustainable ventures. While currently concentrating on sectors beyond traditional boundaries, the firm remains adaptable to emerging opportunities. By fostering a diversified portfolio and avoiding sector-specific clichés, Venture Souq positions itself to explore untapped potential and contribute to the evolution of innovative industries. Geographic reach. Headquartered in the UAE, Venture Souq operates on a global scale, reflecting a broad geographic reach that extends beyond regional boundaries. And here are some of their previous investments. Potential investment opportunities to approach them with. You're going to see the spreadsheet part of the presentation just coming up in a short while. And for each of the 325 companies, I've tried to identify 3 potential areas that you could look at presenting investment opportunities for them. Now this is based on 1, their website, 2, press releases, 3, other notable areas that they have had on their website or by other sister companies. And what I've done is, given their past investment patterns and existing philosophy, you might want to propose the following investment opportunities: fintech, climate tech, and consumer goods. Now this does not mean that they're going to invest in those today or tomorrow, but this is just used to help you build the database out further and use it as a real business development tool, especially if you're looking at multiple opportunities to be able to present to these Middle East clients. One of the key benefits of my database is that it includes tips for investor outreach. It's the only one like it. It's very unique, and it was created specifically for first-time fundraisers in the Middle East. In order to fundraise effectively in the Middle East, it's important that you build relationships with the companies in a proper way. Now this database has a large amount of senior contacts, CEOs, chairmen, founders. It also has intermediate contacts and a large amount of HR contacts, and I'll get to that in just a bit. Also standard company emails like info at and admin at. Now, this database includes key outreach touch points. Now, for example, if you know who the contact is, you might use a key outreach touch point such as Venture Souq's commitment to empowering global ventures caught our attention. We have an initiative we believe aligns with your investment ethos. Now, if somebody gets that email, they know it's not a spam, and they're probably going to treat it professionally. It's really important that you do not spam this database. It's way too valuable. These contacts are way too senior, and in most cases, you do not want to approach the CEO, chairman, and founders first. Here's the approach you want to take. You want to look to create contacts at the associate level, investment advisor, at director level, and maybe the vice president level. And the reason for this is because you should not be sending your pitch deck or that investment opportunity for the $50 or $100 million real estate development plan or resort or hotel. That it should never be sent on your first approach to any of these firms. It's really important that you build the relationships at the first step with the right people. Then you can move on to CEOs, chairmen, and founders once you've done that, because in effect, once you've made contact with other people in the firm, it makes it a lot easier for you to do outreach to them. Now, if you don't know who the contact is, then the next stage could be an outreach for unknown contact, as you see here. Subject heading could say exploring ventures with Venture Souq, and then the key email approach line may include, our initiative seems to match your investment interests. Who would be our point of contact? Really simple. So obviously your first line is going to just introduce yourself and your company. The second line is going to be as you see there, and the third line might be thank you very much, looking forward to hearing from you. Now, if you send that to an HR manager, what's going to happen? Well, the HR manager is going to do one of two things. They're going to send you back an email with the contact, their title, and their email address, or they're going to pass it on to the person that should deal with it. And almost always, it is going to be a associate, investment advisor, director, and again, maybe a VP level. They're not going to send it to the CEO or chairman, because that's not the CEO or chairman's job. The job to start to vet and evaluate opportunities comes at these different levels. It's really important that you respect that protocol when you are approaching clients in the Middle East. Otherwise, you're going to waste your time. These groups and companies sometimes are going to get 50 to 100 emails a day with investment opportunities. I know that because I've sat on that side of the business, and these pour in and day out. 365 days a year. There is no day off for people wanting to present to the Middle East groups. That's why they're so valuable for people, because they have a large pool of funds and everybody is aiming at them. So what you want to do is understand the focus of the company, understand their internal process of how they deal with deal flow, and that's really, really key. And you can find that out through the associate investment advisor and direct level. Don't send a CEO or a chairman a note saying, I'm interested in hearing how you explore deals, because they're just going to kick it down to the right party. So you want to try to find that party organically or by using the tips that I say. You could send that email approach line to a HR manager or an info at or an admin at, or even just by putting it on their website format that a lot of them have. So now, While I was working in the Middle East, I helped develop our company database with these exact types of tools so that we had multiple levels of people for each company. It was really, really important because we were working on behalf of ultra high net worth individuals and groups. For example, we were presenting real estate assets anywhere from $50 to $250 million. And we did not want to send our we had small presentations and long presentations. We did not want to send a presentation to somebody for $100 million asset who had previously said that they only look at assets under $50 million, because then we'd look foolish. You also do not want it to get back to the party that is presenting that owns the asset and find out that your company, like us, who had the exclusive mandates, is sending their property to every Tom, Dick, and Harry, as we can use that Western form to say we're basically spraying and praying. No, what you want to do is you want to approach these on a professional level, understand the internal strategies of how deals get presented, and then you can move up to introducing yourself to CEOs and chairmen because you've gone through the right protocols. That's the best way for you to build relationships in the Middle East, and it's really going to help you when you start your fundraising. This is the type of seed capital and angel group you can find in my exclusive guide to Middle East capital. I created this exclusive database to help founders reach out to seed and angel investors with confidence. There is no other resource like it, period. And you can also check my ultimate guide to raising startup capital with over 140 pages, suitable for people who are doing first-time fundraising. That's something else that you can find on my Fiverr profile. So let's take a look at the database. So now we're over on the database section, and this is the Excel spreadsheet that includes all the contacts in the Middle East capital database. And as you can see on the very top, we've got 325 companies. We have their country, description of the firm, their main business interests, their websites, and they've all been verified. And of course, this database will be suitable for all of 2024. I also have included their investment targets, 1 and 2 and 3. So those are based on information that is publicly known, information that is on their websites of different investments and types of sectors that they will look at. So again, this database is really meant for people who are building a larger data set of Middle East companies to either approach for funding or to possibly promote their products to, because there's a blend of venture capital, private equity, family investment offices, and investment companies, and high-profile companies in the UAE that are led by UAE nationals. So it's a really great database for companies that really want to get a very good look at some of the key parties in the Middle East when it comes to raising capital. It also has their investment territory, which includes whether they're just looking at either the Middle East or whether they're looking MENA or whether they're looking global. I've also included their key real estate assets. If they're investment companies that tend to look at real estate, I've included those as well in this database. Now, it also has, as far as key touch points, it has their company emails, and in some cases it's not available because they want you to actually submit your details via their forum. But I'll get to the key stats a little bit later on, and you also saw that in the initial slide presentation. Telephone numbers and contact numbers. There are 2 what I call primary contacts, and then there's a third which is the secondary contacts. The key contacts could include CEOs, managing directors, executive directors, and that is the same with the second contact title. You can see operations manager, directors of real estate, presidents, and so on and so on. And the main reason for that is so that you have a senior contact that you can reach out to. You can also check them on LinkedIn to get more details. In many cases, their email addresses have already been included, and I'm going to get to that again when we go to the stats page. And the third email contact tends to be somebody in HR. And the reason I've done that is because this database is very unique in the fact that I include outreach approach tips for each of these firms. There are 2 types. One is a outreach touch point if you know who the contact is. In other words, if it's been already identified by myself, then you could send them a line that I've included here in all the companies. For example, Saudi has a strong track record in urban development in Kuwait. Would you be interested in unique investment opportunity that complements your portfolio? And the reason I include these is to help people write their first letters, and also to show you that you should not be spamming this type of list with just a generic email approach. Talking about your company and the investment opportunity. This allows you to add a little bit of information about them, so whoever receives it is going to know that you did a little bit of work, and it should not be considered a spam. And the second reason here is I've got contact sourcing outreach approach, and this is if you do not know who the contact is. And this is really key because in some cases you may not have a contact, and this is the perfect way for you to introduce yourself. For example, in this case, I put subject request for direct contact with investment division, and then as the body of the email may include, I believe you might be the right person to assist me. We're exploring potential investment opportunities that align with Salia's investments vision. Could you direct us to the person or team responsible for evaluating such opportunities? And you can see as I scroll down here, it is included in that type of line. They're all customized, of course. The same with the ones for the direct contacts that are known. They actually talk about something the company has done, something they've invested in, the sectors, or possibly what their company vision is. And this is really going to help you, especially if you're doing first-time fundraising, or if you just want to save time when it comes to your research for these type of firms. That's what makes this database unique. Another thing that makes it unique is it really sticks to mainly the type of companies that are either venture capital, private equity, investment companies. So there's no fluff in here. There's no companies in here that should not be in here. And that is the difference between this database and other databases that are out there that talk about investments and reaching out to other investors. For example, there's very little here when it comes to accelerators. There might be a couple of them, but it's not plugged full of what I would call just garbage contacts. These are really key companies that are perfect for reaching out to, whether you're raising funds or whether you want to present opportunities, whether it's real estate, investment opportunities, and the like. So let's take a look at some of the stats. So the underlying stats are there's 470 firms, 340 prime contacts, 90 third-tier contacts, and 90 email contacts when it comes to the third tier. So you're getting about 400 and a little over 450 emails, and the total company emails are 275. So those would be info at, admin at, that sort. So that's a really key overview of the database. Again, this is going to be a series where I'm going to highlight each of the contacts. But if you're interested in this particular database, just reach out to me on my Fiverr profile below. My master database includes 400,000 verified global contacts. That includes angel investors, family investment offices, pension funds, hedge funds, private equity databases, REITs, Middle East premium high net worth and ultra high net worth investors database, venture capital lists, and investment banks. I also help clients with pitch deck reviews and corporate fundraising presentations. If you're just getting ready to send your presentation out to an investor, send it to me. I have a service on Fiverr where I will review it for you. Approximately 80% of the presentations that I get sent are not suitable to be sent out to investors. For more information on my databases and fundraising services, click my Fiverr link below. Thank you for watching, and please like, share, and subscribe.